Lightweight construction meets electric power, entirely hidden battery and carbon fiber reinforced belt drive. This awesome looking road bike is made to last, and now we have the important go to find out everything about it. Let's inspect. Hi, welcome, good to meet you. I'm Michael, Tech Pro. We expect a lot of fresh and cool tech over here. That's yet another e-bike. I didn't really believe I'll ever sit on a road bike, but here we are, an electric model, which is pretty nice because there is no wires and it's very hard to recognize this actually is an e-bike. A few weeks ago I made a review of the Kakuka K70 and the guys told me you gotta try out our city bike. So here we are inspecting the K70. No suspension, no gears, but really a lot more fun than I thought. So in this video, all the good, strong, weak sides, everything you want to know about it. Let's go. Priced at exactly $1,500 at the time I make this review, I think it nails it about being amazing for city environment and roads. It's true, there are quite many similar deals, like bikes coming from Tenways, Aventon, Cube and many others, but K70 by Kakuka either undercuts them in terms of price or beats them in terms of performance and specs. Let me show you the unboxing. In my case, there has been a minor damage, as it turned out affecting the area where the mountable components are. Focusing on the unpacking first, nothing unusual. The bike appears to be well protected. You get all the components needed to ride and also a tool set. A charger and some instructions are also included. Be extra patient while removing the protective layers. This will perhaps consume most of the time before the first ride. There are two bigger components that you need to mount, the stem and the front wheel. Due to the transportation impact, the thread on the front wheel was slightly damaged, so it took me a lot of crafty panda-style improvisations in order to mount it. The stem installation is also very easy. You need to remove the plastic plug, slide the stem down and then tighten it. Oh, of course, I almost forgot about the third part that needs to be mounted, the pedals. This is indeed pretty simple, and in the end, this is how the almost fully assembled bike looks like. I say almost fully assembled because I decided to not mount the front light, prefer a head strap. So, what is this bike made of? You're right, specs time. 700 by 32C road tires, belt drive, aluminium alloy frame, maximum height of the seat is 39.4 inches, a 250 watt 50 Nm Zofo motor in the rear wheel, 7.5 Ah 36 volt battery integrated inside the frame, assisted range of up to 70 km, 5 pedal assist levels, dual disc brakes and weight of only 17.5 kilos. Specifications so far sound quite average, but actually I do believe a lot of the strengths are beyond the numbers you're going to read about these specs. First of all, I think the frame is among the most unique e-bike frames you have ever seen because zero cables, and it's really hard to guess that this is actually an e-bike, especially seeing this pretty small for a 250 watt motor with 50 Nm torque. I'll speak of the acceleration a little bit later. It's pretty dope because no chain, this is just a belt, doesn't require any maintenance, you just have to keep it rather clean, and if there is too much mud, just wash it, and it's almost maintenance free. Most likely you wouldn't have to take care of it for a very, very long time. Tires, which of a size, they're a specific size for road bikes, but they're almost equivalent to 27.5 inches. And I would say comfort level is pretty good. How about the rest of the riding experience? Let's hop on and get some more data. Usually, there are two major questions that people ask me whenever it comes to e-bikes, about the range and about the top speed which can be achieved. Both are dependent on a few key factors, and we're going to start with the motor. 50 Nm peak power by the mounted inside the rear wheel Zofo motor, that's quite a lot, especially for a 250 watt motor. It provides a little better performance than the equivalent by Bafang, and I quite enjoy the acceleration. Just as it is with the K26 model, excellent responsiveness from the electronics, which leads to really awesome feeling about the acceleration. There once again is a lever allowing you to go in pure electric mode without any pedaling assistance, and should it be against the regulations, you can quickly switch it off. 5 grades of assistance as well as gear 0, which is more or less standby mode. Very simple, yet excellent about providing the assistance level that you need. Due to the position of your body while riding and the weight distribution, this rear hub motor feels almost as responsive as a mid-drive. I've always expressed my concerns about extra weight on the rear end for mountain bikes, but for this road bike, the weight distribution seems to be just about right, and there would be almost no difference to a non-electric edition. In that regard, riding without electric support is a good option as well. To be more precise about the range, I managed to get around 40 km per charge with pedal assistance, but let's say I wasn't doing my best and Sofia, where I live, is not such a flat city. If you weigh around 80 kilos with more pedaling, pretty sure you can squeeze more than 50 km per charge. The battery, which is nicely integrated inside the frame, is 7.5 Ah in terms of capacity. It's replaceable, however not quick releasable. Also, I feel like there's a sweet spot about speed. Somewhere around 30 km per hour, my unit has arrived unlocked, meaning that I could go as fast as the motor could, which is close to 32 km per hour. But if it is required, you can enter the advanced menu and tune it down to 25 or whatever the required limit is. From the practical advices, keep the tires at a good pressure level. They need to be as hard as possible, otherwise punctures are more likely to occur. Size here is 700C, they're very thin, you can get very close feeling of the road, but this feeling also transforms into unpleasant effect on your butt when you ride onto bumpy roads. Although the saddle here is very soft for what it's worth. Perhaps the most interesting part of this e-bike is the carbon fiber belt. Yeah, there is no chain, which together with the lack of derailleur offloads the total weight by at least a kilo. No stains of oil on your feet, and almost maintenance-free, and it's also very quiet so that you can enjoy the sound of the motor. Brakes are made by the Shenzhen-based company Zoom. They're nothing remarkable, mechanical disc brakes, allowing fine-tuning and being well responsive. These are rather entry-level brakes, but they do the job right and are effective when needed, so although nothing premium, I think the braking system is very good. Maybe you also would like to see some more information about the display, which is integrated on this 660mm flat bar. One of the best ways to integrate a display, and the only extra thing I could wish for is to make it transflective. Because this one is kind of difficult to see in sunny days, but given the fact that there are only 5 speeds and controls are straightforward, I never really struggled with the display or the controls. So, my usual list with the drawbacks. If the lack of speed is what you think about, let me put it here, no smartphone app and the entry-level kind of brakes which, given the price tag, I would easily forgive. No official IP rating, looks like this e-bike is at least splash-proof though. There are no mud guards, so if you intend to ride on wet roads sometimes, you may want to think about buying such. But none of these can really endanger the awesomeness of this beautiful design, the choice of the trendy brown accent color, and the in-frame integration of the battery. I can easily recommend this road e-bike for being great about its price. See that? Although this bike is designed to be a road bike, you can comfortably go off-roads. It doesn't feel that comfortable, but thanks to the 27.5-inch tires, I would say pretty acceptable. Overall, this bike is designed to be something you're going to be riding on the road with speeds, I would say, between 25 and 35 kilometers per hour. At least for myself, I've discovered this probably is the sweet spot. But be careful, because in many countries the regulations do not allow you to exceed 25 kilometers per hour, and you're gonna have to deactivate the speed acceleration lever. Whew. I got a little bit tired because I'm actually pedaling, and this is a nice part. When you get tired, you just can accelerate and be lazy. So that's everything about today's episode and the review of the Kakuka K70. Pretty awesome e-bike, which doesn't look much like an e-bike, very lightweight and surprisingly fun. Or probably you might think otherwise, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below the video. As usual, link to the product with possibly a discount if I manage to find for you. That's also somewhere in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching this episode. My name is Michael. Been a lot of fun to prep this episode for you, and a lot more other cool tech inspections on the pipeline. So stay tuned. See ya.